Good morning to everyone. Myself, Gayatri, Professor, Pediatric Specialty, working as in a Vice Principal, Sri Shanmuga College of Nursing for Women. Today we are going to see regarding the education system. So in this education system, what are the essential qualities of teacher when we are taking for the classes is very important. So especially when we are planning for the lesson, we must have a thorough about the particular topic and we have to providing high quality instruction to the students. So in this thing we are going to see for the introduction. In an education system, it's understood that assessment only for the students, but on the other hand, the assessment of teacher is also an important aspect of the education system that ensure teachers are providing high quality instruction to students. That is very important. The assessment process can be used to provide feedback and support for professional development, to inform decision about teacher, to promote or to evaluate about accountability purpose. Why? What is the reason? Means whenever we are planning for the session, it should be understandable manner. The student should know about the topic in a clear manner. So always we have to provide for a good feedback to the children for the benefit. So under that we are going to move for the essential qualities of a teacher. So when the teacher should be taking the class, previously I have informed the teacher should have a subject matter experience. Then always he must have a communication skill. The classroom management is very important. Adaptability, empathy, patience and enthusiasm, patency and continuous learning is very important. So number one, subject matter experience. Good teacher have a deep understanding of the subject they teach. They are knowledgeable about the content and are able to explain it in a way that is understandable to the students. So good teacher have a deep understanding. So the heading itself is a subject matter expertise. So good teacher have a developed understanding of the subject they teach. They are knowledgeable about the content and are able to explain it in a way that is understandable to the students. When, for example, when I am taking for the newborn care, so I have to explain regarding what do you mean by newborn care, what is the purpose, what is the reason why we are planning for the newborn care, everything I have to explain in a detailed manner. Next, communication skill. Communication is very important. Communication is nothing but transmit the information from one person to other person. What is the reason? They have to get clear picture. So that is the reason the good teacher are able to communicate clearly and effectively, both verbally and in writing. Explain complex ideas in simple terms and are good. So always the teacher should have a explanation in a simple manner and easy manner. It should have a effective manner, not only for written, it should have a verbal also in a clear manner. Classroom management. Good teacher are able to create a positive learning environment. Always when I am teaching for the session, always we have to improve the positive vibration to the children. They are able to manage classroom behavior, maintain order and ensure that all students are engaged and participating. If I am teaching for the anthropometric assessment, so the classroom environment should be ready and it should have a maintain in a order. First I have to explain what I mean by anthropometric assessment. So why we have to check about the head circumference, chest circumference, mid-arm circumference, abdominal circumference. So if I am teaching like this way, it should be giving for the clear picture to the children. Adaptability. Teaching requires a great deal of flexibility. Good teacher are able to adapt their teaching style in lesson plan, so needs of individual students and respond to unexpected. For example, so if the child cannot able to adapt in anything else, we have to use for the flexibility according to the learner need. That is very important. Empathy. So good teacher are empathetic and understanding of the students' needs and concerns. If I am taking the classes, always the teacher should have an empathy. They are able to create a safe and supportive learning environment where all students feel valued and respected. For example, if I am teaching for the lesson, so the students must have a clear idea and concept. That is very important. So always the teacher should have an empathetic, then passion and enthusiasm. Good teacher are passionate about teaching and enthusiastic about the subject matter. It should have an inspire and motivate the students to learn and explain in a very important manner. What is the reason? Means if I am taking for one topic regarding the growth and development, so the students should have a motivation in the particular area. They have to have a more inspiration about how to learn about the growth and development. So they should have a passion in the teaching. So these are the ways we have to motivate the children. So patency. Teaching can be a challenging and good teacher are patient and understanding with their students. They can remain calm and composite even in difficult situations. For example, example, if I am teaching for the calculation, how we have to plan for a fluid calculation. If I am teaching for the students, if they cannot able to identify, so I have to have a pattern. See, if I am getting for any irritations, that is not good. Always we have to provide for a calm and quiet environment, and we have to educate in a clear manner when they are having the understand. So until that we have to teach for the children. So continuous learning. Good teachers are committed to continuous development. They stay updated with the latest research and the technique in their field, and are constantly looking into the teaching practice. When a teacher, we have to have a update the knowledge. For example, right now the AI is there, so we have to plan for the AI knowledge, and we have to educate to the children how we have to use for the devices, what is the purposes, everything we have to follow. Always the teacher should have a update the knowledge. Feedback to the children. Number one, formal authority style. Formal, the word itself meaning is a formal. So authority means the teacher concern and frequently entails lengthy lecture lesson. Then we have to plan for in a easy acceptable manner. We have to follow, and we have to educate in a simple logic manner is very very important. So demonstrator style. Demonstrator remains the formal authority role, showing students what they need to know. For example, I am doing for the hand washing procedure. First, I have to know what you mean by hand washing procedure, how they have to wash their hands, everything I got to demonstrate. Then only they will be following for the demonstration method. So when we are going for a clinical aspects, the two-way method is very very important. Always the demonstration is very very important. Facilitator. Facilitator style is nothing but, so facilitate promote self-learning and help students develop critical thinking skill, retain knowledge that leads to self-actualization. So when I am teaching for the community, for example, how we have to plan for the population, what is the mortality, morbidity, everything according to the way of style we have to provide for the learning purpose. That is very very important. So thank you.